Hi, this is Mike Flaherty. Let's talk about private clouds and cloud hosting. What is the cloud? Well, think of it this way. Instead of having 20 servers, what if you could pool them together into a giant super server, then split up those servers into virtual servers? When needed, you can move resources from one server to another or one virtual server to another. That's cloud computing. Today, you've got many choices for cloud computing. You've got public clouds, private clouds, and internal clouds. Each of these choices have different characteristics and features. Let's take a look at a few of these right now. In the public cloud model, it's more of a utility. There are no contracts. You're using shared hardware and shared resources, and it's self-managed, kind of pay-as-you-go. On the other hand, you've got the private clouds out there that are secure, dedicated, and compliant with SOX, PCI, and HIPAA type regulations. So that could be an advantage to the private clouds. Now you've got a couple choices when you do choose a private cloud if you go that way, and you could outsource it. In that case, there's no CapEx versus insourcing, where you have to do a capital outlay. Outsourced model is fully managed versus insourcing, where your staff needs to self-manage the hardware. And if it's outsourced, you might be in a PCI data center, so that's another advantage. Now, the secure private cloud typically starts with a dedicated server on a secure network in a compliant data center that's going to meet regulatory regulations, customizable hardware with automatic failover, SLAs, and 24/7 support. These are all great advantages of a private cloud. So why Online Tech's private cloud? Well, again, this is CapEx-free compliance. It's dedicated and secure. From a deployment standpoint, you can deploy this very quickly and scale as needed. It's also redundant and resilient. You can fail over not only internally to internal components, but to a secondary data center over 50 miles away. Now, how does this private cloud work? Well, you start with the hardware base and then storage. That storage can be located on a SAN or internal disk on a private network. And then you're going to deploy your virtual servers, a cloud controller to do monitoring and logging. And you've got the option to do offsite backup in a secure data center 53 miles away. These components typically look like this. Dell servers, multi-core, with plenty of RAM, a dedicated EqualLogic SAN, private Cisco switch and Cisco firewall or Fortinet firewalls, and virtual servers with VMware. And then again, the controller, which is going to do logging and monitoring and patch management. As far as migrating to the private cloud, you've really got four options. The first would be to a single server, local disk with VMware. The second, you would just double that, multiple hosts. The third, we introduce the SAN and the cloud controller. This is typically recommended for 15 plus servers. And then the fourth option being off-site replication. Now the secure private cloud is dedicated servers, storage, security, and network hardware. It is in a secure environment. It's PCI, HIPAA, and SOX regulatory criteria are met. It's scalable. It's fully managed, fully monitored, and backed by SLAs.